Now, the center card is the Eight of Cups, so you're more than likely emotionally detaching from something here. You have your eyes set on a different plan. What you thought was going to work out isn't working for you anymore, so you're leaving something behind. And the Eight of Cups, as I always say, does bring some sort of emotional sadness to it because there's a lot of feelings here. And whatever you're leaving, you may have been a part of for a long time. But it's not working out, so you gotta look elsewhere, and you are. Like the way she's looking at this thing at a distance here, she's more interested to see what that has to offer instead, because this isn't giving any satisfaction. On the general side, we have the Devil card with the Five of Swords, manipulation energy there, deception energy, trying to, find what's going on. Now, it seems as though whatever's going on, the shady behavior, you are looking to make a decision on it. You're weighing the options. And you're leaning heavily towards one side, because in this case, I see the scales tipped. So she more than likely knows what she wants to do, which is indicating that you know what you want to do, what you lean towards, and you're about to make that decision. And it more than likely involves you disconnecting, walking away from whatever the situation is. But it feels like people have not been trustworthy. You've been maybe even committed to something for a long time for no benefit to yourself. And it feels like it's about that time. On the left side, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Wands. Now, this Three of Pentacles is more of the triangle that shows up for me, because there are two people and one of them is on the ground. One of them is not working well with the other. So you may find that a relationship, if you're certain that there's no third party, then this could be a situation where you don't feel like your relationship is working out completely. Maybe you need some more guidance or to talk issues through. I get that with this card. And it is emphasized by the fact that Nine of Wands is here. She's looking for some options, for some alternatives. And she's also solitary. So you may be taking a break from a partner. You may be initiating that as well with the Ace of Wands. For some, this could be heated arguments only because the Nine of Wands is here, which is an energy of caution at times. Feeling like you've been hurt and you're just in some ways preparing for that next argument, and we have quite a lot of fire, so again, things could get heated. You could also discover that there is, again, a third person in a situation, and maybe it's been purely sexual. That's what they're claiming it is. Whether you've been involved with the extra person or your partner. If you're single, this isn't very commitment focused cards here. There's a possibility of encountering someone where there is some sort of sexual chemistry, but at the same time you might find some red flags that puts you on guard with the Nine of Wands. Alright, let's get a clarifier for the Eight of Cups. And surprise, surprise, we have the Fool taking a leap of faith, new direction, and you are excited. So while we have this sadness that typically is associated with Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, you're excited about where you're headed now. You don't know where that is entirely, but you feel like the possibilities could be endless. And you may even surprise yourself with your own decision. It's like she really wants to get away from something here. You may have been talking with your friends about it over drinks, discussing your plans, and your friend is more than likely supportive of where you stand. This could be something that you've been planning or at least thinking about for a while as well. General side. I feel like with this energy, you don't want to fight it any longer. You've been maybe fighting for something against others. It's been an uphill battle, and you're not interested in putting up a fight anymore. You feel like you've done enough. For some, this decision-making could be quite the struggle here. But you're holding your ground. Sorry, keep the camera left side. You've got the Emperor. Some could be dealing with a partner who is quite dominant, controlling with the Emperor energy. They could be that intense energy, someone who does come across as mature as well with the Emperor. Could turn out that this person's also married or in a committed relationship because of the triangle energy there. But something about this person could leave you, again, guarded. Maybe they have a possessive quality to them. And in some ways, I see the way he displays these objects like trophies. That feels like it's relevant here. And it's like your intuition, I feel, is telling you something about someone and who they are. Their actions also speak quite loudly. And you may be, trying to find out more before you really sort of lean towards one side or the other. But I think your intuition is strongly telling you something about this person, which is leaning you towards, you know what, let me just tread carefully. This character may have some sort of secret lifestyle, things that they like that they're not quite open about, and you may come to realize later. Hobbies that you don't understand, things like that are also coming up with that energy. So in the center, we have the Son of Cups, and this could be someone reaching out to you or you reaching out to someone. There's a possibility of romance, love, or maybe just like a heart-to-heart conversation. There's quite a bit of an artistic energy in this card too. You may be invited to a musical or, around nature as well, with the plants surrounding this card, the music notes here. Those are possibilities. But there's some sort of expression, and it could be creative, romantic, etc. Now, on the general side, we've got some strong intention to communicate something, more than likely. It could be something that you're after at all costs, because she has that bow pointed and is ready to shoot. She's also got quite a bit of passion behind her outside of the words and the intellect. That red is quite dominating, and she's in an action move. So you're initiating, you're ready to take action, or someone is here that's affecting you. And you may be bringing a situation back with judgment. This could be an old subject that has fallen by the wayside and you need it to come back. You need to discuss something again, revisit something as a possibility. This could also be your reaction to knowledge or a conversation that you end up having that's very enlightening coming up. And it may be intense with the energy. We have the orange and the reds, which could promote that sort of intensity. Now, the outcome card is the Ace of Pentacles. So from this, we have a valuable opportunity. It's beautiful as always. And you see that, you definitely see that there's something here. This could be a new job. This could be a gift. Anything of value. It's real, it's tangible, and it's pretty much coming your way. On the love side, we have the Ace of Cups, the Fool, and the Nine of Swords. Now, with the Nine of Swords here, I feel that there is the possibility of a new romantic connection for those of you that are looking for it. This could also be a new way, or it could be a new beginning with your current relationship. Things not being as they are, taking risks with that relationship. But I think you're second guessing what you're feeling, or whether or not you should take that leap as the Fool would. I think there are fears of falling on your head, or falling into this alligator's mouth, for instance. She's got so many things to think about, and it's like problems after problems here. Snakes wrapped around her, knives pointing at her, and birds coming out of her head. So, there's quite a bit that's happening here that you feel like you need to think about. This just might be the anxiety you have before deciding to just go for it. There are plenty of things that we do, and then as you're about to do them, or they come up, you get all nervous, and so that could represent those nerves. and just not being sure. There's definitely a lack of certainty when it comes to feelings, expressing those feelings, and the possibilities of new love for some. But it does give the hope and anticipation for a fresh start, as the Fool does. I think, again, you're just afraid of making a foolish decision. Son of Cups. Okay. Son of Cups, okay. Well, someone's reaching here. Someone is scraping the bottom of the barrel and wants to say something. The Five of Pentacles is quite devoid of a lot here. These pentacles have fallen by the wayside. He looks like he's not nourished well whatsoever. Lacking in energy, and this vase is practically broken. Again, everything has fallen out of it. So you may feel like a situation is a lost cause. In some cases, you may feel like reaching out because you miss someone too. You just want, so either you or the other person's reaching out, and they're just kind of grasping at straws or anything in order to get your attention or affection back. Some of you could be looking for support, and that could be emotional support with the Five of Pentacles. With the Son of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. The Emperor kind of just lagged there. So there's, I think, a need in general on your end to keep situations under control as best as you can. And the idea of keeping a poker face also comes to mind. General side. Strength. Again, we have this intense red, orange energy. So I feel like you're focused, and your determination is also going to bring you this Ace of Pentacles here. It's a very attractive offer that you know that you can do. Now, it's going to require all your energy, but you have it there. You definitely have energy here. And maybe a passion as well that's coming through. Again, she's in action mode. There's passion here in Judgment, and there's plenty here with Strength. What sort of opportunity is the Ace of Pentacles? There's definitely money involved in exchange here. It's something that maybe you think that, or you know that you deserve. It's about that time. And whatever this opportunity is, you feel balanced about it. You feel like it's a fair chance that you want to take. Now, I don't see it, because it's the Six of Pentacles and it's quite an even card. I don't see it like necessarily promising quite a bit of money, if that's what you were anticipating. That's not really here. But I just feel like it's definitely something valuable that you feel like you've earned, because you put in the hard work and time, and now you're basically getting what you feel you're due with the Six of Pentacles. Love. Yeah, you got choices, and you're definitely thinking here of whether it's the right choice to make or not. You're fantasizing as well. So some of you, whatever this new love is, or new emotions, these feelings that you're feeling, I think it's a good thing, because I think she's like fantasizing about all the possibilities, and the expression on her face is not like confused and what am I going to do? I'm so afraid. Even though we have the fear Knight of Swords, it's more like the options are there. This could turn out to be great. I could maybe get everything that I wanted. I'm going to daydream for a couple of hours. Still, you've got anxieties. Why do you have anxieties? Why the Knight of Swords? Maybe that's just like the butterflies. Yes, well, it's plenty of butterflies for sure. We have the Eight of Swords, the other card of anxieties here. You definitely do have uncertainty tied to this. What is the Ace of Cups? Queen of Swords. Some of you, this is a person that's coming in, the Queen, and they're very tough personality, particularly in this deck, and they don't seem like they're the easiest to get to know, but you may be attracted to them intellectually. You may find them very intelligent or just like love how witty they are, how they communicate. You could also be there in some ways. I see that little ball she's staring at as the Ace of Cups, where she's like trying to analyze her own feelings. Maybe assess if they're legitimate. That's cool. Well, there's a vibe here that you know that if you take this chance and you go for it, this is going to be a sort of brand new world or experience for you in love. I think you just have quite a bit of worry surrounding it. And maybe you just need more time to think about it. And again, if you're a couple, it's kind of the same thing where there could be some sort of opportunity here or something being expressed when it comes to you and your partner, whether you want to engage in that, accept an offer from their end. You're questioning it because you just don't know if it's going to work out because it's going to change things too much. At the same time, you see this being something that could be fun and exciting. The fear is holding you back. What do you recommend? I recommend the 8 of Pentacles. Maybe think about it for a bit. Work on your feelings. Analyze them in detail. Until you have more confidence and awareness of what you want to do. There's no need to rush. She's not rushing through her work at all. She's taking her time to master this. So maybe if you think you need more time, there's no reason to rush a decision.